What it do, y'all? It's Jeremiah Neal, host of Electric Pop, your new favorite interview series where we take a deep dive into various niche communities and chat it up with the experts within them. Speaking of community, I know y'all don't heard me say this every single week, but I need y'all to download Pop Shop Live today. We are a live streaming e-commerce platform where you can watch shows and shop from an array of cool and eclectic products live. You don't want to miss out on the future of shopping, so go ahead and just download the app today and let me know what you think about it in the comments, please. Now, getting into our season finale episode. Today, I get to interview my homegirl, Michelle of Uprisers, y'all. Uprisers has been doing the damn thing for the last 5 years. We're talking about features on complex.com. We're talking about collaborating with one of the biggest retailers ever, PacSun, back in February. Oh my goodness. And their streetwear is more than just streetwear. It's all about community empowerment. It's about having those tough conversations that we need to be having in 2021. It's about social justice and reform. And I love that. So without further ado, enjoy this interview with myself and Michelle of Uprisers. What's going on, Michelle? How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
You know, we're keeping it vibey. I have to say, Uprisers represents streetwear with a purpose. So I would love for you to kind of tell us about the beginning stages of the brand. And also, how did you figure out your purpose through your design efforts?
Yeah, that's a really good question. For those of you who don't know or have not heard of Uprisers, Uprisers is a community-driven streetwear brand, and we really focus on stories that are rooted in the underrepresented. So you'll find us collaborating with a bunch of different individuals and organizations who are really pushing the envelope and creating change that we want to see in this world. And we do this through like the vehicle of like fashion and storytelling. I want to say this was a journey. It's not like I just woke up one day and I was like, this is what I'm going to do. You know, I was a athlete, a competitive figure skater for 14 years of my life. And so growing up, that was the only thing that I knew. But it was always like the artistic, creative side of the sport that I loved so much. And something that like my parents have always pushed me to kind of like develop and kind of like go along that path. So when I wasn't a figure skater anymore, I started to dabble with graphic design. And so I went to school for that. I went to college for that, and then kind of fell into fashion. And, you know, a topic that I feel like we're starting to have more frequently and more publicly now is this idea of, you know, Asians or Asian Americans kind of being more silent and not necessarily having a voice and whatnot. That was very much me throughout my entire life, right? And so I think post-college, I really found a space where, one, I was not happy with the direction I was heading. Two, I really felt a shift in the world happening, and I wanted to figure out a way where I can utilize my skill set and like the knowledge that I have in order to have the voices of the community and the voices of the people be able to share through clothing. Yeah. And so before I could even get into that, I had to find my own voice and my own identity. And so that journey began post-college, and then the entrepreneurship started in 2016. So it's been a hot minute.
I love that. That's, first of all, community is so important to me. But secondly, you do have to love yourself. You do have to know yourself. You do have to identify everything about yourself before you can fulfill the quest of community. So that's so awesome that naturally happened through your path. And you also can see the results because your brand is so awesome. So
thank you.
I love it. Why is it so important for you speaking authentically and directly on these specific issues, as opposed to just putting your brand name on the apparel and having that be it? Yeah,
I thought it was important to have fashion because we're wearing something every single day, right? Some of us are really proud with like what we purchase and what we wear every day. And your fashion or your clothing can be a conversation piece. And I think that conversation allows people to kind of learn about something or even figure out ways that they can activate within their community. Just raising awareness is not enough, right? We need to figure out like tangible solutions. And so when Hate is a Virus started off as like raising awareness, but over a couple weeks, It hit over like 15 million impressions across the United States. And we were like, you know what? We have to do more. So that's when we started to develop an educational component to really tell like why these things are happening, like historical context as well. And then also the fundraising component as well, because there are a lot of local and national organizations that have been doing this work for so long. Mm-hmm. It's just no one knows about it. Right. So if we were building this platform with a lot of audience, we want to be able to share the work that's been being done. I'm so proud of just our team over at Haters of Viruses that we were able to activate really quickly and like respond to the voices of the people, because that's how we originated, right? It's like, what are our needs in our community? What are people asking for or needing? And like, how can we pivot to those needs?
Well, we've been talking about Haters of Virus a lot. What are ways that myself and everybody that's watching right now, how can we get involved?
Yeah, no, thanks for asking. We're all on very different like journeys or different points of this like activism work, right? And so I would say just like continue to have these conversations like what we're having today. I think it's so great and so powerful to be like having something like this. Definitely finding ways that you can kind of volunteer your time or activate in your community, whether it's locally or if you find like a national org that you really gravitate towards. Continue to have these conversations with your family, your inner circle. I think everyone should do this. Reading, listening to podcasts, just figuring out a way that we can continue to educate ourselves and then sharing that. And, you know, the more knowledge we have, I personally think that there will be more compassion and empathy that we have for various communities, you know, and I think that there's a really great way for us to like work together.
Love that. What advice can you give to other POC business owners or other women business owners and staying fulfilled in their commitment to want to pursue their business?
If your dreams don't scare you, they're not big enough. And the reason why I say that is because I think thinking that way allows you to really dig deep and figure out why it is that you want to start this business. It's very lonely being, you know, like your own business owner or your own boss. And there's going to be so many days that you're getting rejected, or it's so hard that you're going to be like, why am I even putting myself through all of this? Like, do I even want to continue tomorrow? And unless you have that fire and that passion for it, it's going to be nearly impossible to continue. It's not just about like a money-making machine or something like that. It has to like really come from deep within. There's different setbacks being a minority, being a woman of color, that sort of thing. But if you go at this hard and you just continue and with determination, you don't give up, you are going to start seeing results. And so, you know, this journey started in 2016. 5 years later, I'm starting to see like things like click. So
yes, that's what you've been working those sleepless nights for, having those lonely days of trying to figure out this and this and that. It's for those moments, and we see it. We can see it as consumers. So I know that has to be super rewarding for you as a business owner to be like, yay!
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying inside my head.
I love it. I love it. Michelle, you are the best. I love that you're standing for not just the now, but the future. And I'm so about that. So thank you so much for, wanting to chat.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for bringing such a welcoming environment and like having this chat, and let's continue to fight the good fight.
Yes. Absolutely. It's not over, but we will continue. Everybody go to the description box right now. Make sure to follow Uprisers and Michelle on Instagram and all the other social media platforms. But with that being said, we're wrapping up today. It's been a pleasure, Michelle. I appreciate you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Thanks for having me.
And for all of our viewers, thank you so much for watching every single episode. It's been a pleasure. And with that being said, it's Jeremiah signing out of Electric Pop. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Now, I know y'all felt that chemistry. I know y'all felt that energy, and it's only simply because Michelle is a doll and she's a boss and she's the baddest. So I need y'all to go follow Michelle and Uprisers. We put their information in our description box below. And I appreciate Michelle for closing out Electric Pop in the way that she did, because it's just such a unique and empowering energy that I love. And I can't wait to see it blossom all over the Pop Shop Live platform and in your community. Okay, hate is a virus. And with that being said, y'all, this is the season finale of Electric Pop. We are taking this series live on the Pop Shop Live platform. So be on the lookout for my little face all over your digital screens that way. And then also stay on the lookout for season 2 because we are coming at you with a whole new list of amazing experts within various niche communities. So with that being said, it's Jeremiah Neal signing out of Electric Pop. See y'all next season.